Don't you think that the West in some way underestimates the dangers which the so-called Serbian world pose, given the fact that Serbia is still ruled by the people of Slobodan Milošević? For example, Alexandar Vучич, the current president of Serbia, was his right-hand man. He was the Minister of Information.
Yes, indeed. When we are discussing the issues between, let's say, our relations between Kosovo and Serbia, and with international officials, with, let's say, European political representatives, we are elaborating the situation, and we ask them to treat very carefully the position of Serbia and their approach, because as you mentioned, the government of Serbia, the president of Serbia, they are the same from the past. They are still thinking the same for the region. They are still aiming to have Serbia, on the, let's say, on the territories which were occupied before. Like in the case of Kosovo, we were occupied by Serbia for decades and decades. So, of course, the European community, especially international community, should have, let's say, a clear vision on this, that Serbia didn't change. There is no transformation of the way of thinking about the future, and I do not see that with this, let's say, political establishment on Serbia, we can think of, let's say, having the same values or promoting the values of NATO and EU within Serbia or within the region. So for this, we see, in my personal opinion, is that Serbia is a biggest obstacle in the region in this regard. We see the approach of the government of Serbia, and what is more important is the big influence of Russia on Serbia and in Republika Srpska in Bosnia and Herzegovina. We see a potential risk coming from Russia, but through Serbia, to somehow, let's say, put in danger, let's say, security issues in Western Balkan area, especially in the north of Kosovo and also in Bosnia and Herzegovina. As you mentioned, in May last year, we have had several demonstrations from criminal gangs which came from Belgrade and from Serbia. And with the influence of Serbia, they made many attacks on KFOR troops and also in the Kosovo police and all including journalists. I don't want to forget them, also in other institutions. So after that, of course, we have had also a terrorist attack in Banjska, in north of Kosovo, which, of course, ended with 3 terrorists killed and one of the police officers of the Republic of Kosovo, Afrin Bunjaku, which was on duty that night, and let's say they were attacked by the terrorists. And he died by doing his best for his country. So taking into account also these events and also the approach of the Serbian government and also the new government on which we are having almost part of it on the blacklist of USA, UK and other European countries. So we see a potential of let's say, tensions and also some kind of approach of having the idea from Serbian politicians that they want territories of other countries and neighbor countries. So in this case, I'm using also the opportunity during the 3 days of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly here to discuss with colleagues about these issues. And the good thing is that almost all the delegations here, they are having the same approach, the same feeling that the international community, especially NATO, should take care so much about the situation in the Western Balkans. And I'm happy that I see this kind of let's say, importance also during the meeting here.
In short, what should Pristina and Sofia as allies do in order to stop, to prevent the copy of the Russian world, the Serbian world, to achieving its goals in the Balkans?
I discussed also with the ambassador of Kosovo here in Sofia, and Mr. Haji Bayraktari. He is so much in contact with your institutions, Bulgarian government especially. So I'm very much happy with the good relations which we are having with Bulgaria. I expressed my, let's say, thanks to the Minister of Defense of Bulgaria today, and also Admiral who presented in the NATO PA here today about the contribution given to NATO troops from Bulgaria in Kosovo. So basically we see one of the ways that increasing the support for NATO in Kosovo by Bulgaria, we see as the key aspect on the let's say in our joint efforts for either avoiding the influence of Russia in the region or resisting the, let's say, approach of Serbia towards the nations like Kosovo or Bosnia and Herzegovina and others.